Okay, I like what I see here. I think there's some areas we can probably work on a little bit more, such as alignments and some symmetrical aspect of it. But overall, you're using layer mask, so you can go back and make changes to it. So the first thing I usually do is I create a new layer down at the bottom. I fill it with a color, so that way I can look at the edges and see if there's anything where I can see that you need to clean up. Okay, and I think you did a pretty good job with most of your selections there. I do see that it has nothing to do with the blue. I see part of this graham cracker. You can see that you have part of it is not going around the marshmallow. There's a little bit left edge you need to work on with your mask. Little areas around. There's some blue you took away that you're, well, not blue, but there's some areas that here and then here you got to bring back or paint with white. Some areas here that you got to clean up for that. Now, a couple suggestions. I'm always, having like the cone go through the whole area. You might want to think about having that little perspective behind, because the way the angle of the donut is kind of make it feel like it's almost like a turtle in a sense, but duplicating that layer and putting it below the donut and having the cone go through might be a nice little perspective to kind of go in and work with. As I look up here, um, I think that, for example, there's a little bit of the thumb not coming out on the right hand side. One of the things you might do is uh, just alignment a little bit. Almost think that you have to have, I would use the corners in the middle as much as possible, and then like here I'd probably just rotate that around a little bit and try to get it fixed into there as much as possible. And then I would definitely rotate this around and bring it in, for that. The other thing you could do as well down here with this marshmallow, to make it feel like it's uh, the arm is going inside the mushroom or marshmallow. I'm going to create a new layer right above it. Oops. And I'm going to take the paintbrush tool. I'm going to use a soft edge brush, and I'm just going to paint a little of black, and then I'm just going to change the opacity down. I want, as you're doing working with something like this, what you do is you create a little illusion of depth by adding shadow into that, so it's something to think about for that purpose. um, Whatever you do, you probably want to do the same similar thing to like here. I would probably do the same thing and put a thumb in for your arm, your hand over here. I'm not a big fan of the mouth area. Oops, as I keep moving things around. Um, Now, one of the things you could do, I'm a big fan as we take a look at certain things. I think every character has to have like eyebrows. So, in a case like this, you can extend it, and all I did was use the transform commands and made it larger, and then we can put another eyebrow over here, because when you add eyebrows, it adds, you can add character to the actual face area. Like you can be inquisitive, you can be curious, you can be excited, and type deal. um, I just think the way you have these, uh, the mouth, the teeth area, it's just, I think we need to work on it a little bit more. So it just doesn't seem rhyme or reason right now with that. So my thought process is think about another thing that you can use for the mouth, um, or we just need to kind of work with that a little bit more.